Are you looking to purchase a short-term rental in an area where you're not overly familiar with how much the rent is going to go for? It's a little bit tough to make a decision when you're in a situation like that because it is such a huge investment, and to know how much you can bring in to justify paying for that property can be a little hard to do. You can dive into vrbo.com and Airbnb and look at what things are renting for, but it takes a long time and a lot of research to do that. In this video, we're going to take a look at a program that you can get online. It's a website, and it will help you analyze that a lot quicker and more efficiently so that you can have an idea as to whether or not the property is a good investment or not. So let's take a look at this program right now. The program we're going to look at today is a website called Mashvisor. This website will help you analyze properties. You can look at how much things in that area are getting monthly from Airbnb rentals, or you can actually look and see, it'll tell you roughly how much the more traditional, long-term rentals are bringing in that area as well. So you can actually decide, hey, maybe I don't want to mess with the short-term rental aspect of this and just want to rent it to somebody and not really have to worry about it. It can give you a little bit of an idea as to how much those properties are going to bring in either way. Another nice thing is it pulls data from the MLS, from like realtor.com, and it will actually bring the listings in, and it'll give you an analysis and a nice breakdown of what what they should bring in for rental for each property that's on for sale. It'll bring in data that will estimate your Airbnb or other short-term rental platforms rental income. It'll also give you an estimate on how much traditional income you could bring in from that rental. So there's a lot of information that you can pull from this website that should help you make a decision as to whether or not that property, or at least that area geographically, is something that you should be looking at or not. So there are some limitations to this software. One of the problems I discovered was I think they have the rental income estimated a little bit off. I found properties on similar areas with completely different style houses. One had a pool, garage, nice looking. Looked like a Florida house, palm trees. It looked nice, very presentable, and they estimated the rent to be the exact same as something in the similar neighborhood, maybe a couple streets over, and they estimated the rent to be the exact same. The houses were nothing alike. The other house, no pool, kind of a plain front. House was probably 30 or 40 years older than the first house. Um, Nothing really special about it. It didn't look like that, Florida house like I just mentioned about the first one. And they estimated them to be the same exact rent. I don't see how that's even possible because the features were nothing alike. You should easily be able to rent the first one for significantly more than the other one. So I don't know that their rental estimates are right. I don't know how exactly these companies pull the data and get those estimates. I'm assuming they're analyzing occupancy on the Airbnb site, checking calendars. They probably have some kind of bot type system that the program will run, and it'll go in and check calendars for all these listings and draw them and fill in their data and come up with an estimate on occupancy level and uh, rental income based upon their prices. Uh, but I don't think it's 100% accurate. I think that when these companies analyze these websites or the rental booking websites like Airbnb, VRBO, I think they have a difficult time determining occupancy and rental amounts because there are sometimes owners that will block off large amounts of time where maybe they're intending on using the property themselves, or maybe allowing a friend or family member to use the property. And so you don't get a really accurate um, number on as to occupancy and rental income. If it's, let's say, Florida, there's a lot of snowbirds that go there in the winter. Maybe the snowbird purchased the house, wants to travel to Florida. They need to get south to get out of the cold weather in the north. The property isn't rented during that time, but they have to block it off in their booking software. So I think that will affect some of the accuracy of these programs and make it a little bit of a problem to know exactly how much these properties are making. And I think that this is a problem across the board for all companies that do this. Um, it is an estimate. Take it for what it's worth. But I think it gives you a really good idea of ballpark what you're looking at. That sums up our review of Mashvisor, the website, and what it can do to benefit you in your property search and investment decisions. So if you liked what you saw, please hit that like button on the bottom. It really helps us out. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell to get a reminder of when we have new videos up. We aim to frequently send out videos so that we can help you in your journey into short-term rental ownership and make wise decisions in your investing. We also want to help you with your management of your property, just teach you things, tips, pointers that can help you along the way so you don't need to use management companies, so that you can put more money in your pocket, which I know all of us want to do when we make these investments. So thanks for watching, and please join us in our next video.